Hello, everyone. Welcome back to our useful English podcast for career success. Today, we are going to talk about a very stressful but important topic. We will learn how to speak confidently during a formal job interview. Preparing for an interview is the first step to your new dream job. Please listen carefully to our advice and practice these simple professional sentences.
Hello, Anna. I am very excited to discuss this important business topic. A job interview is a great chance to show your many skills. First impressions are very important when you meet a new employer today. You should wear professional clothes to look serious and very well organized. Your appearance tells a lot about your personality and your working habits.
I agree completely because your outfit shows respect for the new company. You should also arrive at the office 10 minutes before the start. Being on time is a very good sign of a reliable worker. While you wait, try to sit straight and smile at the receptionist. This helps you feel much more relaxed and ready for the meeting.
What should a person bring to a professional job interview today? I always bring 2 printed copies of my latest and detailed resume. It is also good to have a small notebook and a pen. You can write down important information about the company and the position. Having these things shows that you are prepared and very serious now.
That is excellent advice for anyone who wants to impress the manager. Before the interview, you must research the company on the global internet. Learn about their main products, their history, and their future business goals. When you know about the company, you can ask very smart questions. Managers love candidates who show a real interest in their daily work.
How do you start the conversation when you enter the meeting room? I always shake hands firmly and say, "It is nice to meet you." Look the interviewer in the eyes and speak with a clear voice. A friendly smile can help to break the ice very quickly today. You want to show that you are a positive and polite person.
After the initial greeting, the interviewer will usually ask you to sit. They might offer you a glass of water or a hot coffee. It is polite to say, "Yes, please," or "No, thank you, sir." Try to keep your hands still and avoid playing with your hair. Body language is just as important as the words you speak now.
The first common request is usually, "Please tell me about yourself now." This is not a question about your hobbies or your favorite food. You should talk briefly about your education and your past work experience. Mention your most important professional achievements and your main technical skills today. Keep your answer short and focus only on your career history now.
I usually prepare a 2-minute summary of my professional life for this. I talk about my university degree and my previous job titles clearly. I explain why I am interested in this specific and new industry. It is important to connect your past experience to this new position. Show them that you are the perfect person for this difficult job.
What if you do not have a lot of professional work experience? You can talk about your university projects or your volunteer work instead. Mention the skills you learned during your studies or your personal hobbies. Focus on your ability to learn fast and work very hard now. Honesty and a strong desire to learn are very attractive to managers.
Interviewers often ask about your main strengths and your biggest professional weaknesses. When you talk about strengths, give a real and simple example now. For example, say, "I am very good at solving difficult technical problems." Show how your strength helped your previous team achieve a good result. It is much better than just saying, "I am a hard worker."
Talking about weaknesses is much more difficult for many people today. You should choose a real weakness, but show how you improve it. For example, say, "I sometimes spend too much time on small details." Then explain that you use a timer to manage your work better. This shows that you are self-aware and you want to grow.
That is a very smart way to answer a very tricky question. You want to turn a negative point into a positive action plan. Never say that you have no weaknesses because that is not true. Everyone has something they can improve in their professional daily life now. Humility and the will to improve are very important for success.
Why do you want to work for our company specifically today? This is a very common question that requires a very good answer. You should mention the good reputation of the company in the market.
Talk about their values and why they match your own personal beliefs. Show that you want to be a part of their success.
I like to mention a specific project that the company finished recently. This proves that I have done my research and I am interested. For example, say, I was very impressed by your new eco-friendly project. Connecting your goals to the company vision is a very powerful strategy. It makes you stand out from all the other many candidates.
What should you do if you feel very nervous during the interview? I try to take slow and deep breaths to calm my heart. Remember that the interviewer is also a human person just like you. They want to find a good colleague, not to scare you today. Think of the interview as a professional conversation between two people.
I also find that practicing with a friend helps me feel confident. We can simulate the interview and practice all the common questions now. When you say the words out loud, they become much easier. Practice makes you feel more natural and much less stressed during the meeting. You will remember your best answers much more easily in the moment.
We have covered the beginning and the preparation for the job interview. There are many formal words that are very useful for our listeners. Learning words like achievement, experience, and position is very helpful for everyone. You are building a professional vocabulary that will help you for years. Let us move to the next part of this important talk.
Yes, in the next part, we will discuss more difficult questions. We will talk about teamwork, salary, and how to handle tough situations. There are many strategies to answer questions about your past boss, too. Stay with us to learn how to be a top candidate. Your career in English starts with this simple and helpful podcast.
Let us continue our journey to the perfect job interview performance. Practice your speaking and listen to our simple sentences every single day. We are here to guide you through the whole difficult process now. See you in the next part of our professional English series. Good luck with your preparation and your future career goals today.
Now, let us discuss the middle part of a job interview. The interviewer might ask you about a time you had a problem. This is called a behavioral question, and it needs a story. You should describe a specific situation and the action you took. Finally, explain the positive results that you achieved with your work. This STAR method is very effective for giving clear and organized answers.
Can you give us an example of a difficult situation at work? I once had a project with a very short and stressful deadline. I decided to organize a quick meeting with my whole team. We divided all the tasks and worked together very hard that day. In the end, we finished the project 2 hours before the deadline. My manager was very happy with our fast and high-quality results.
That is a perfect example of showing your great leadership skills. Interviewers love to hear about how you work with other people. Now, they might ask, do you prefer to work alone or in teams? The best answer is usually that you can do both very well. Explain that teamwork is great for sharing ideas and solving problems. Working alone is good for tasks that require a lot of focus.
What if you had a conflict with a colleague in past? You should never speak badly about your old coworkers or your boss. Instead, focus on how you solved the disagreement in a professional way. Say, we had different ideas, so we sat down and talked. Explain how you found a compromise that was good for the company. This shows that you are a mature and very calm person.
Another common question is, where do you see yourself in 5 years? The manager wants to know if you have long-term career goals. You should talk about how you want to grow within the company. For example, say, I hope to become a senior expert in design. Show that you are ambitious, but also loyal to the new employer.
Why are you leaving your current job at the moment, Anna? This question can be very difficult if you are not happy now. You should always give a positive reason for leaving your old job. Say, I am looking for new challenges and more professional growth today. Never complain about the low salary or the many boring tasks. Focus on the future and the new opportunities in this company.
That is a very professional way to handle a sensitive topic. Sometimes the interviewer asks, what makes you unique compared to others? You should talk about your special combination of skills and your personality. For example, you might have technical skills and speak 3 foreign languages, or you might have experience in 2 different and interesting industries. Highlight what you can bring to the team that others cannot.
How do you answer questions about a gap in your resume? If you are not working for a year, just be honest now. Maybe you were traveling, studying a new language, or helping your family. Explain what you learned during that time away from the office. For example, say, I took a course to improve my digital skills. This shows that you were active and productive during your break.
I once took 6 months off to travel around Southern Europe. I told the interviewer that it helped me learn about different cultures. It also improved my communication skills with many different kinds of people. They liked my honesty and my global perspective on the modern world. Every life experience can be useful for your new professional career.
Let us talk about the question, how do you handle high pressure? I usually say that I stay very calm and prioritize my tasks. I create a list and focus on the most important things first. It is helpful to give an example of a very busy day. Show them that you do not panic when things get difficult. Stress management is a very valuable skill for every modern office.
The interviewer might also ask, are you willing to work on weekends? You should be honest about your personal time and your family life. If you can work sometimes, say, I am flexible for important deadlines. If you cannot, say, I prefer to work during the week. It is better to set clear expectations at the very beginning. This prevents many future problems and misunderstandings between you and boss.
What should you do if you do not understand a question? Do not be afraid to ask the interviewer to repeat it now. Say, could you please rephrase that question for me, sir or madam? It is much better than giving a wrong or confusing answer. It shows that you are listening carefully and you want to be accurate. The interviewer will appreciate your honesty and your careful attention.
I sometimes take a few seconds to think before I speak. You can say, that is a very interesting and good question. This gives your brain some time to find the best words. Silence for a few seconds is perfectly normal in a formal interview. It shows that you are thoughtful and you take the job seriously. Do not rush to speak if you are not ready yet.
Sometimes they ask, what do you like least about your job? You should choose a small thing that is not very important. For example, say, I do not like doing many repetitive paper tasks. Then explain that you try to automate them using your computer. This shows that you are proactive and you look for solutions. You want to show that you are a very positive person.
What about questions about your personal life and your many hobbies? The interviewer might want to know if you are a balanced person. You can mention that you enjoy running or reading historical books. This helps to build a personal connection with the new manager. However, keep your answer very brief and return to professional topics. The main focus must always be your skills and the job.
Does the interviewer ever ask about your favorite book or movie? Sometimes they use these questions to see your personality and character. For example, if you like historical books, you might be very analytical. If you like team sports, you are probably a good teammate. Every small detail can help them understand who you are today. Just be yourself and answer with a smile on your face.
We have discussed many difficult questions and some good teamwork stories. It is important to practice these answers until they feel very natural. Our listeners can write their own stories using the STORE method today. This will help them feel very prepared for their next interview. Vocabulary like leadership, conflict, and growth is very important for success. Let us move to the next part of the podcast.
In the third part, we will talk about money and benefits. We will learn how to discuss your salary and your holidays. This is often the most nervous part for many new candidates. Knowing the right phrases can help you get a better deal. Stay with us to learn about the financial side of jobs. We want you to be a very confident and successful professional.
Now we must talk about the most sensitive topic in an interview. Many people feel very nervous when they discuss their future salary today. You should research the average salary for your position before the meeting. Knowing the market value helps you negotiate a very fair and good deal. It is important to be confident but also very realistic about money.
What should I say when they ask about my salary expectations?
You can say that you are flexible and open to a fair offer. It is often better to let the employer mention a number first. If they ask for a specific number, give them a small range. For example, say, I am looking for between 40 and 50,000. This gives both sides some space for a final and happy agreement.
That is a very smart way to handle the money question, Ben. You should also ask about the benefits that the new company offers. Does the company provide health insurance or a gym membership for employees? Sometimes a good benefit package is more important than a high salary. Ask about the professional training programs and the many opportunities for growth. These things add a lot of value to your new career path.
I always ask about the company policy regarding working from home today. Many modern companies allow their staff to work remotely 2 days weekly. This can save you a lot of time and money on travel. It shows that the company trusts its workers and values their personal time. Flexibility is a very popular benefit in the modern business world now.
How do you ask about the annual holiday and vacation time safely?
You should wait for the second interview to ask about your holidays. It is better to show your interest in the work tasks first. When the time is right, ask, what is the standard vacation policy? Most companies offer between 20 and 25 days of paid leave. Knowing your rest time is important for a long-term healthy routine.
What if the offered salary is lower than you expected to get?
You can politely ask if there is any room for a negotiation. Mention your special skills and your many years of valuable work experience. Say, I was hoping for a higher number because of my expertise. A professional manager will listen to your reasons and think about it. Never be angry or rude if they say no to your request.
Sometimes companies offer a bonus for reaching your specific work goals. Ask how the bonus system works and when it is usually paid. Is it a monthly bonus or a yearly reward for your performance? This can be a great motivation to work much harder every day. Understanding the whole financial package helps you make a very wise decision.
Should we also talk about the working hours and the break times?
Yes, you need to know exactly when your workday starts and ends. Ask, what are the standard working hours for this specific position today? Some offices start at 8 and others start at 10 in morning. Knowing the schedule helps you plan your daily life and family time.
I also like to ask about the overtime and additional working hours. Is it common to work late during the busy season of year? If you work extra hours, will you get extra pay or time? It is important to know the office culture before you sign a contract. Every company has different rules about staying late in the evening now.
What about the trial period at the beginning of the new job?
Most companies have a 3-month period to see if you are good. Ask, what are the expectations for me during my first 3 months? This shows that you want to be successful from the very start. The manager will explain how they will measure your early work progress.
Is it polite to ask about the company car or mobile phone?
Only ask about these things if they are necessary for your work. For a sales job, a car is a very standard and normal tool. For an office job, these benefits are usually not very common today. Focus on the tools you need to do your job very well.
I think it is important to ask about the pension plan too. Planning for your future is a very responsible and smart thing today. Many companies contribute money to your private pension fund every single month. This is a very valuable long-term benefit for every professional worker now. It shows that the company cares about your future life and security.
How do you discuss the relocation costs if the job is far?
If you have to move to another city, ask for help. Some companies pay for your moving truck or your first month's rent. This is a common practice for senior positions and very talented experts. Always be polite and professional when you ask for these extra things.
Let us talk about the dress code in the new office building. Some companies require a suit, while others allow jeans and a t-shirt. Ask, what is the typical daily dress code for this office team? You want to fit in and feel comfortable with your new colleagues. Wearing the right clothes helps you become a part of the team.
We've covered many important points about money, benefits, and office rules. These details are essential for choosing the right place for your career.
Our listeners can use these phrases to negotiate their next job offer. Vocabulary like negotiate, insurance, and bonus is very useful for business. Let us move to the final part of our interesting podcast.
In the next part, we will discuss how to end an interview. We will learn how to ask your own smart and interesting questions. Ending the meeting correctly is just as important as the beginning now. You want to leave a very positive and lasting final impression. Stay with us to finish your job interview preparation with a victory.
I will also teach you how to write a follow-up email. Sending a thank you message is a very polite and professional habit. It can increase your chances of getting the job by a lot. Most candidates forget to do this small but very important final step. We will show you exactly what to write in your email.
I am ready to learn more about the final interview steps now. It's great to have a complete guide for our many listeners. Practice your English every day and your confidence will grow very fast. You have the power to change your career with your words. Let us continue to the fourth part of our professional series. Now we reach the end of the formal job interview process. The interviewer will usually ask, "Do you have any questions for me?" You must never say, "No, I have no more questions today." This is your chance to show your intelligence and your deep interest. Always have at least 3 or 4 good questions ready in a notebook.
What is a good first question to ask the hiring manager? You can ask about the daily responsibilities of this specific job role. For example, what does a typical day look like in this position? This shows that you are already thinking about doing the work tasks. The manager will explain your main duties and your routine in detail.
I also like to ask about the biggest challenges for the team. Ask, what are the most difficult tasks the team faces right now? This proves that you want to help them solve their problems. It shows that you are a helpful and a very proactive person. The interviewer will see that you are ready for a challenge.
Can I ask about the company culture and the office atmosphere? Yes, it is a great idea to ask about the team. Ask, how would you describe the working culture in your office? You want to know if the people are friendly and helpful. A good office culture is very important for your long-term happiness.
Another smart question is about success and the future goals. Ask, how do you measure success for this specific job role today? You need to know exactly what the company expects from your performance. This shows that you are goal-oriented and you want to succeed. Clear expectations are the secret to a very happy working relationship.
Shall I ask about the person who worked in this job before? You can ask if this is a new position in the company. If it is not, ask, why did the last person leave now? This can give you important information about the job and the team. Be careful and ask this question in a very polite way. It helps you understand the history of the role very clearly.
I always ask about the opportunities for professional training and learning. Ask, does the company support further education and new skill training? This shows that you want to grow and improve your skills. Modern employers love workers who want to keep learning and developing. It is a win-win situation for you and for the company.
What about the long-term vision and the future of the company? Ask, where do you see the company in the next 5 years? This shows that you are interested in the big picture now. It proves that you want a long career with this employer. You are not just looking for a quick and simple paycheck.
You can also ask about the management style of your supervisor. Ask, how would you describe your personal style of leading people? It is important to know if you can work well together. Some managers give a lot of freedom, and others give instructions. Find a manager who matches your personal way of working today.
Is it okay to ask about the next steps and process? Yes, you should always know what will happen after the interview. Ask, when can I expect to hear from you about this? This shows that you are organized and you respect their time. They will tell you when they will make their final decision.
I also ask, who will be my main point of contact now? This helps you know who to call if you have questions. It is good to have a name and an email address. This makes the whole process feel much more personal and professional. Clear communication is essential during the hiring and selection process now.
Can I ask about the most successful worker on the team?
Ask, what qualities does the best worker in this department have? This shows that you want to be the best worker too. You are looking for a model of success to follow later. It is a very positive and very ambitious question to ask.
How many questions are too many for a first job interview? I suggest asking between 3 and 5 very high-quality questions only. You do not want to take too much of their time. Choose the questions that are most important for your personal decision. Quality is much more important than the quantity of your questions.
What if all my questions were already answered during talk? You can say, we already discussed my main questions about the role. Then you can mention one specific thing you found very interesting. This shows that you are listening carefully to every single detail. It is a very polite and very professional way to finish.
Should I ask about the other candidates for this job position? I would not ask about the competition during the first meeting. It is better to focus on your own skills and value. Comparing yourself to others can make you look a bit insecure. Stay confident and focus only on what you can offer today.
What is the best question you have ever heard from a candidate? I once heard, what do you like most about working here? It's a great question because the manager talks about happiness. It builds a very positive connection between you and the interviewer. You get a real and honest look at the company life.
We have provided a lot of good questions for our listeners. These questions will make them look very professional and very smart. Practice saying them slowly and clearly before your next big interview. Using words like measure, culture, and opportunity is very effective. Now we are ready for the final part of our podcast.
In the 5th part, we will talk about the follow-up. We will learn how to write a perfect thank you email. This final step is the cherry on the cake for candidates. It shows your high level of professionalism and your great manners. Stay with us for the final lesson of our career series.
Writing a follow-up email is a skill that every worker needs. It keeps your name in the mind of the hiring manager. We will provide a simple template for you to use today. You are almost at the end of your interview preparation journey. Let us finish this podcast with a very strong final part. We have finished the interview, and now you are back home. The work is not finished yet because you must follow up. Sending a thank you email is a very professional final action. You should send this email within 24 hours after the meeting. It shows that you are polite and you have good manners.
What should I write in a simple thank you email? You should start by thanking the interviewer for their valuable time, mention the specific job title and the date of your interview. For example, thank you for the chance to discuss the designer role. This reminds them exactly who you are and what you want.
In the second paragraph, mention something specific from the conversation today. For example, I enjoyed learning about your new eco-friendly marketing project. This shows that you were paying attention and you are interested. It makes your email feel much more personal and not generic. Managers appreciate candidates who show a real and honest connection now.
Should I also mention my main skills one more time here? Yes, you can briefly say why you are a good fit. Say, our talk confirmed my interest in joining your creative team. Remind them that your skills can help the company grow fast. Keep it short because the manager is a very busy person. 1 or 2 simple sentences are enough for this final part.
How do I end the thank you email in a professional way? You can say, I look forward to hearing from you soon. End with a formal closing, like sincerely or best regards today. Then type your full name and your personal phone number clearly. This makes it very easy for them to contact you later.
What if I do not have the email of the interviewer? You can send a message to the person who invited you. Ask them to please forward your thanks to the hiring manager. It is a very simple and polite way to reach them. Most recruitment officers are very happy to help with this request.
What should I do if I do not hear anything back? You should wait for about 1 week after the interview date. If there is no news, you can send a follow-up. Ask politely, is there any update on the hiring process today? Be very patient and do not send too many daily messages.
Sometimes the company decides to hire another candidate for the job. If you get a no, always reply with a polite message. Thank them for the opportunity and ask for some honest feedback. Ask, What can I improve for my future job interviews today? This shows that you are professional and you want to grow.
Feedback is the best way to learn from your past mistakes. Some managers will give you very useful advice for your career. Maybe you need to improve a specific skill or your language. Use this information to become a better candidate for next time. Every no is a step closer to a very big yes.
How do you handle a job offer if you get one? First, say thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity now. Ask for the offer in writing so you can read it. It is normal to take 1 or 2 days to think. Check all the details about salary, benefits, and the start date.
What if you have 2 different job offers at same time? You should compare them carefully and think about your long-term goals. Which company has a better culture and more growth opportunities? Do not choose only for the money. Think about your happiness. Talk to your family and friends to get some good advice.
Once you decide, call the manager to accept the job offer. Say, I am very happy to accept the position of designer. Then you must call the other company to decline their offer. Be very polite and say, I have chosen another opportunity today. Never disappear without a word, because that is very unprofessional now.
Breaking the news to your current boss is the next step. You must write a formal resignation letter and give your notice. Stay professional and helpful during your final weeks at the office. You want to leave on good terms with your old colleagues. The professional world is very small and you might meet again.
We have discussed the whole process from preparation to the offer. It's a long journey that requires a lot of work, but with these English phrases, you are ready for any challenge. You have learned how to speak about skills, money, and goals. Your confidence is the most important tool in your career box.
I am very happy that we could help our listeners today. A job interview is a skill that you can always improve. Each interview makes you a little bit stronger and more confident. Do not be afraid to fail, because failure is a teacher. Keep practicing your English and your professional stories every single day.
What is your final piece of advice for our loyal listeners? I say believe in yourself, in your unique value to the world. You have special talents that a company is looking for now. Be honest, be polite, and be prepared for your big meeting. You are going to be a very successful professional very soon.
My final advice is to keep learning and stay very curious. The world of work is changing fast every single day. Read books, take courses, and practice your English with our podcast. The more you know, the more valuable you become to employers. Your future is bright, and we are very proud of you.
Thank you, Anna, for this amazing and very useful professional series. It was a pleasure to discuss these topics with you today. I hope our listeners find their dream jobs very quickly now. We wish them all the best in their new career paths. English is the key that opens many new doors for them.
Thank you too, Ben, for your great tips and your support. We will be back with another interesting topic very soon now. Remember to subscribe and share this podcast with your many friends. Let's build a community of successful and confident English speakers. We are very happy to be a part of your life.
Goodbye, everyone, and good luck with your next job interview. Stay focused, stay positive, and remember to send that thank you email. You have the power to create a very successful life today. See you in the next episode of our English Conversation podcast. Have a wonderful and very productive day in your new job.